Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to carry out a one-way ANOVA between groups, and as well as interpret and report the result from this test. Okay, so here I have an example, okay, where students were given different drug treatment before revising for their exam, and the exam score are shown for the three different group. Okay, we have the memory drug, placebo, and no treatment. Okay, so I'm going to use the SPSS to calculate a one-way ANOVA to test the hypothesis that the treatment will have a different effect. Okay, so first open up your SPSS and get ready to insert the data. Okay, so open up the variable view. Okay, so here I already have my two variable. Okay, so we have the independent variable and dependent variable. Okay, so the independent variable is the treatment and the dependent variable is the score. Okay, so since we have three types of drug treatment, okay, so I'm going to insert the value. Okay, so the value for 1 is for memory drug, 2 for placebo, and 3 for no treatment. Okay, and then fill up the rest of the information needed. Okay, so and then click data view. Okay, so here we're going to insert the data for each of the drug treatment. Okay, so 1 here represent for memory drug, 2 for placebo, and 3 is for no treatment. Okay, so we're going to insert the value for each of the drug treatment. Okay, here. Okay, alright, so once finished, we're going to do the analysis. Okay, so to analyze the data, select Analyze at the menu here, choose Compare Mean, and then select One-Way ANOVA. Okay, so this will open up the One-Way ANOVA dialog box. Okay, so here you can see at the left side we have our two variable. Okay, the independent and dependent variable. Okay, the independent variable we're going to move to the factor box here, and the dependent variable to the dependent list. Okay, alright, so next we're going to click post hoc. Okay, so this will open up the one-way post hoc multiple comparison dialog box. Okay, so click on 2K, and then we're going to choose our significant level. Okay, so I'm going to use 0.05 for the significant level. Okay, so the 2K test is actually used to detect the score pair which shows a significant difference if the result of the ANOVA test is significant. Okay, so click on continue. Okay, so this will return back to the one-way ANOVA dialog box. Okay, so next click the option button, okay, to open up the one-way ANOVA option box. Okay, so here you can choose the specific statistic analysis that you want to include in your output. Okay, so let's say I'm choose for descriptive and mean plot. Okay, so once we already finished making the specification, okay, so click on continue, and lastly click OK in the one-way ANOVA dialog box to obtain our test result. Okay, so here we have our test result. Okay, so the first table here, the descriptive table here, will give us useful information regarding our descriptive statistic, okay, including the mean, standard deviation, the standard error, okay, the 95% confidence interval for the mean, okay, and also the total, okay, the group are combined. Okay, the total as when all the groups are combined. Okay, so the next table here we have the ANOVA table. Okay, so this table will show us whether there is a statistical significant difference between our group mean. Okay, so in order to identify, okay, whether our result is significant or not, we're going to see our significant value here. Okay, so if the significant value is below 0.05, okay, that means that the result is statistically significant. Okay, so if it is more than 0.05, means it is not statistically significant. Okay, so since our significant value here for this example is less than 0.05, okay, so this means that the result is statistically significant. Okay, so here we have our F value, okay, 50.160, and we have our degree of freedom. Okay, so the N1 is 2, the N2 is 12. Okay, so next table here we have the multiple comparison. Okay, the post hoc test for the multiple comparison. Okay, so this table, okay, will show us which group actually differ from each other. Okay, so the 2K post hoc test is generally the preferred test for conducting post hoc tests on a one-way ANOVA. Okay, but actually there are many other also. Okay, so here we can see that there is a statistically significant difference in the exam score between the groups. Okay, so how are we going to determine? Same goes, we're going to see the significant value here. Okay, so if the significant value is less than 0.05, okay, so means there is a statistically significant. Okay, so we can say that there are significant difference between the memory group and the placebo. Okay, memory group and the no treatment, and also the placebo and memory drugs here. Okay, so the 2K HSD table will clearly demonstrate the difference between the three groups of the drug treatment. Okay, so we can see the difference in the value here. Okay, and the mean plot here is a visual representation of what we saw in the compare means output. Okay, so the point on the chart are the average of each group. Okay, so it is much easier, okay, to see from this graph that the drug treatment, okay, with no drugs, okay, shows the lowest mean exam score, while the drug treatment with the memory drug, okay, has the highest mean exam score. Okay, so this is how we interpret our result for the one way between groups ANOVA.